Good afternoon everybody, I hope you're all doing well. It is Vlogmas Day 18 or 19? I have no idea. It's Vlogmas 18, I knew that. So I've had a really slow day. I haven't done anything really. Put a wash on, tidied up a bit, done some washing up. Had a big lie in. I'm feeling, you know, there is definitely something going on in there, but we await to find out what is going on in there. Today I was going to walk to the supermarket, but it's the most horrendous day out there. It's raining, it's cold, it's miserable. So I'm not going to walk. I'm going to go in the car. And then I'm going to be cooking my banana muffin recipe for you, Leslie Gardner, and everybody else who wants to know how to do it. We're going to do that together. And then I'm going out to a place called Coral Reef, which is water slides. Crikey. Going with Jude, my friend. We're actually going because of the spa, because she's just had her third baby and she needs some pampering. So we're going to go and use the spa, some sauna, some steam. But she's a bit of a go-getter and she wants to do these flipping slides. And oh, I'm terrified of them. I'll let you know how that goes later. But for the moment, please excuse the washing machine, everyday life. Let's go to the supermarket. Look at this weather, just horrible. Right, we've just arrived. Oh, I hate days like this, it's so horrible. So horrible. I have got my... Yay! I've got my cup back. Oh, so pleased. This is odd because, you know, people have said that the lids smell like, you know, plasticky. The one that I got first with this colour lid did have a little bit of that smell, but it has gone the more that I've used it and the more that I've washed it. This one has no smell at all. Got my shopping list. So what we need is chopped dates, peanut butter, coconut water and a lime. And if I buy anything else, I am very naughty. And I will be sitting on the naughty step. Uh-oh, it's going to be the naughty step. Cheers. Right, it's 5 to 4, it's getting dark. And we now have to go home and cook these muffins. It's muffin time. Well, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new programme called Cook with Claire. I am ready, hair is back, handies are washed. I have my New York apron on that I got when I was in New York, funnily enough. Today we're going to be cooking banana muffins. This has been specially requested by Leslie Gardner. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, all joking aside, I got this recipe from a YouTuber. Her channel is called Clean and Delicious. She's an American lady, I think, or Canadian, Canadian, not sure. Clean and Delicious she's called, and they're called baked banana oatmeal muffin cups. If you want to use her recipe exactly, you can do, and you can go straight to her channel. I will link it down below, and I'm also writing it on the screen for you if you want to. I have changed it slightly for my tastes, and the way that she does it, I've changed it slightly, but you can do it her way or you can do it my way. It is totally up to you. So I'm going to go through the ingredients that you're going to need. It's dead easy. You will need some nutmeg. you will need some cinnamon, although you really don't need to put those in at all. It's up to you. You will need some oats, some rolled oats. You will need 2 to 3, but I would suggest 3 really overripe bananas. They can even be more ripe than this. In fact, the riper, the better. You will need some salt. You will need 2 eggs. You will need some baking powder, and you will need some oil to coat your, these are kind of Yorkshire pudding tins in England, but they're muffin tins, cupcake tins, Yorkshire pudding tins, whatever. I coat mine with coconut oil. This is all in cups as well because it's an American recipe. So if you can grab yourself some of these cuppy things, that would be handy. And you need 2 bowls, 2 mixing bowls. You need a masher, you need a spoon, you need a zhuzh, and obviously a knife to cut the nanas. Okay, so they're the basic ingredients. I've gone a bit rogue and I add some extras. So my rogue, sometimes, depends what I've got in the cupboard, sometimes I'll put in a bit of this cacao powder, which is a superfood, supposed to be very good for you. I've got some leftover pumpkin seeds here, so I'm going to whack them in. Some dates is really nice because it just adds a little bit of sweetness, especially if the bananas aren't ripe. You can also put in some ground almonds if you want to put in some ground almonds. I've got this left and I might as well use it up. And you can put in a dash of vanilla essence if you like. And that's just my coffee in my keep cup. You don't want to add that at all. So the first thing that I do is melt some coconut oil, and then I just line the tin. This is a non-stick tin and it is quite good, but when these muffins stick, they stick. And it is an absolute pain to clean these tins. So I do this just to be on the safe side. The next thing is 3 cups of rolled oats. So we're basically going to put all the dry ingredients into this bowl. We're going to put all the wet ingredients into this bowl, and then we put it into the dry. But we're going to do all the dry ingredients in here first. So that's just 3 cups of rolled oats at the moment. I put in half a teaspoon of nutmeg because I like nutmeg. I seem to only have about 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, so that's what's going to go in there, but it's supposed to be a teaspoon. Now the lady on Clean and Delicious uses 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I only use 1 teaspoon of baking powder because I am a little bit, in fact a bit less, I'm sensitive to baking powder, so for me I don't want to use as much. And there's eggs as well, which is a natural raising agent. You can get gluten-free baking powder, I believe. This is not gluten-free. You then want to put in a teaspoon, half a teaspoon, sorry, of kosher salt. I'm going to put in my Himalayan sea salt. So that's about half a teaspoon. So that goes in. Then you want to add all of your extra ingredients that aren't listed on her ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to put in this much of ground almonds. This is just all extras. You don't have to put any of this in. What I've shown you is what is in her recipe. All this is just extras. So some ground almonds going in because I don't want to waste them. They go in. I have got some pumpkin seeds left. Seeds are really, really good for you. So I've got some of those left. So they're going to go in, and I'm going to put in some cacao powder. This is organic cacao powder. It is rich in iron and potassium. It's extremely high in copper and magnesium, loaded with zinc. It's a superfood. So I'm going to put in a big teaspoon. That's like more than a teaspoon. What is that? That's probably like 3 teaspoons. But you know, you can adapt this how you want really on top of the basic ingredients, or you can just keep the basic ingredients. Totally up to you. So here's my dates. They are pitted and chopped dates, and I kind of do this by hand, just however many dates you want to put in. This is a half cup. Let's see how many half cups I put in. That's half cup. Yeah, I'm going to put in a cup. 1 cup of chopped dates. Okay, so that's all my dry ingredients in there. So I'm going to give that a good stir, and then we're going to start on the wet ingredients. First thing you want to do is peel and chop your 3 very bruised and overripe bananas. So there and then you want to use a potato masher and mash them. Okay, so they've had a really good mash up. Then into the bananas you add your 2 eggs. And then you want to put 1.5 cups of milk. I am using lactose free, but you can use any milk you want. So that's the first cup going in. And then you're going to give it a good old whisk. I also at this point just add a couple of drops of vanilla essence. So at this point you've got your dry ingredients, you've got your wet ingredients, and we're going to add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. So this is what it looks like when it's had a good stir and everything is thoroughly incorporated into each other. Now, the lady from Clean and Delicious puts it into the trays now. I did do that, and I found that the oats were quite hard when I was then heating up the muffins to eat. So now what I do is I actually let that rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. I let the oats soak up a lot of that liquid to make them all soft and gooey. And at that point, I then put it into the trays and put it in the oven. So we'll come back to it in about 15 to 20 minutes. And we're back. So this has been sitting for 20 minutes. It's soaked up a lot of the liquid, and you can sort of hear it's a bit more sort of, I don't know, dense. So now we're going to stick it into the muffin tray and cook these babies. I'm going to use this, which is a 1/4 cup little thingy, but you could use whatever you like. And I just go in there, grab some goo and drop it in. And I do this for each one, and then if one of them looks a bit low, I'll go and top it up. So they are nicely in the tins and they're all pretty uniform. Apart from that little one there, it's a little bit of a mountain. And then I'm going to put this in at 180 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. I will check halfway and probably turn them around and see how we go. You just have to keep an eye on them a little bit. But that's it. Job done. The lady in Clean and Delicious, she adds chocolate chips to hers as well, which you can do. You can add chocolate chips. You can add whatever you like to the basic ingredients. That's what makes these so cool. Go 180. I'm going to do 25. I've just taken them out of the oven. The beeper's gone off. They were in for 25 minutes and I did turn them halfway, and I think they're all right. I think they're done. They look all right. They haven't stuck at all. Woohoo! That's good, isn't it? That's good. I've stuck a skewer in and it's come out completely clean, so I'm happy with those. Okay, so that's them done. They're going to be cooling on the rack. Once they're cool, you can wrap them in foil and you can put them in the freezer, and then if you take them out the night before and defrost them in the fridge and then zap them for 40 seconds in the microwave, that is the perfect amount of time to heat them up. And then what I do is I put a little bit of honey on first, and then I use a palm oil free peanut butter. Pip and Nut, they are palm oil free, and Whole Earth, this one is palm oil free. Not all of their peanut butters are palm oil free. So check out that little sign there, and that little sign there. And then you sit back with your muffin, with your honey and your peanut butter and your coffee or your tea, or whatever you were drinking, and you scoff it for breakfast, and it's very nice. Can't wait to hear how you get on. I hope that you enjoy them as much as I enjoy them, and thank you to Clean and Delicious for the original recipe. It's a great breakfast option. So take a look at her channel and her recipes, and I hope you enjoy this version of the banana muffin too. This is what's happening right now. I'm sitting in a dark car park on my own, listening to the rain. It is 7:10 in the evening, and I'm waiting for my friend to turn up. There's literally 20 cars here, so I think we're going to have the place to ourselves. No queue on those slides. No excuse. Hello everybody, I am back from my epic spa and flume evening. It was actually really good. The spa wasn't too bad actually. We were very impressed, and I went down one slide 3 times with Jude on a double dinghy type thing, and I screamed. I screamed because at one point it went pitch dark, completely couldn't see a thing, and I just went ah! And she laughed her head off, which was kind. So I didn't do one on my own. I was too scared. I know, pathetic, but I was. So yeah, it was really good. I haven't had anything to eat. It's about 10:15 at night, so I'm currently just about to cook my dinner. So I'm going to sign off and say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the muffin recipe, and speak tomorrow.